In this video I'll show you how I designed this cool Apple Watch and phone stand, and I'll make the designs available free on MakerWorld. And as always, I like to start off with the parts that the stand's going to interact with. Here's the Apple Watch charging puck. So the main design of this one is to make it easier to print, doing it in a few parts. So this is the side profile, and we've got the cable channel here, and then the feet for holding the iPhone or other phone here. That's the angle that will be printed out in. So that's the start of the legs for holding the phone, and they're just simple extrusions on the side. So it goes from a straight edge here, and we just cut that out to make it a thinner leg so it obscures less of the screen. For a phone, we want this to be wide enough so that the phone won't just rock about and fall off. So we extend the side wing here. So what I've done is I've laid out some hexagonal patterns on the main face, like so. And then we can use that to extrude some holes to give it a little bit of interest. So we also have to fill up some of these gaps by extruding those. So what we've got there is a cut, and that's just the 2 layer heights of thickness. And by splitting that off, what that'll allow you to do is to print this out multicolour, and then we just mirror that for the other side. So we've got the inlay left, centre and right. So you'll see there, if I just zoom in that a little bit, you can see that there's space for that inlay to sit in. Now it's probably better to do this on an EMS unit so that you can have the colours joined. Otherwise you're going to have to glue in the inlay if you printed that separately. So then we mirror the other leg. We could leave that space open, but to stop the cables wanting to move the devices about, it's good for this to have a little bit of weight to it. So what we've got here is the start of a container. And what I did for my wife is put some nuts and bolts in here. I didn't have this on my wife's one, but I've just added in a screw hole here, and that means it will keep this insert here, fill it from the top, and it can slide in and out. And then the design of that is it has to have a little bit of a cut out here so that this can slip out past the feet. Just take out the puck for a second. Then we see here there's a little bit of a lip here. And because this is getting printed that way down, I've got a small lip rather than filling this up, because otherwise you'd need extra support. So that just enables this one to be able to be printed in that orientation, and with little overhang, that's fine. So these are split into 2 parts so that you can colour these independently. So you've got the rebate cut out here, so you see the shape for that. And if I just switch that other one off, so now you can see the inlay that's separate from all the other parts. So technically you could print this out on a non-EMS and just colour this one, but you'd have to like super glue it in, something like that. So you don't get as nice a finish, I don't think. The other thing you can do is you could, since there's only like 2 layers for this inlay, then you could print it out with a colour for the first layer, then switch to the other colour and do the rest of it in that same colour. What's the benefits of doing it this way? You have nice strong legs here, so that prints out that way. Without having those feet here, that means we can print this out in that orientation for the main body, and then the inner bit that will print out vertically. You can see the print orientations, you can see the colours of the 2 parts here for the main frame, and you can also see, so we should have a hole in the box, check that. The countersink here, and I made that extra large a little bit so that this won't damage any surface when you put the screw in, so this screw should sink in. We've got a test piece here that you can print out. Last thing you want is to print out a model and find out that the puck that you've got is a slightly different size to this one. 1, that you can print in this orientation, 2, that your watch is going to fit, and 3, the cable is going to fit in there as well. So what kind of settings we've got? So we've got different filament colours for these 2. One looks like, so we've got 7% infill. Let's slice that and have a look and see what that looks like. It's that rectilinear infill, I think. Okay, so we've got the 7% infill there. So you get to choose which layer height you want. If you do 0.2mm layer height, you're going to have 3 layers for that inlay. Yeah, rectilinear infill. There is no support needed for this one. Let's have a look at that lip. So that's printed in that orientation to give it some strength. So you need a little bit of support for this one, support for this one. Let's slice that one and see if there's any supports on here. Nope, no support. It's that tree auto. Any supports there, what about the other one? Tree supports, slice that one. A bit easier to see. And double check some separation here. Yeah, those tree supports aren't touching. So we'll have a short prime tower here. So there we have it. The different parts of the model. So we slide the USB-C connector or the lightning connector up through the front of the stand, seating the Apple Watch puck there, and then finally just pushing it home. Then we press the cable in from the rear at the top, pushing it down until it gets down to the very end. Next we take the phone feet and slide that through and around through the triangular bit so that they sit like that. Then we add some weight to the weight box. I just added some nuts here. And then we just slide that in, and then to secure we can put the M3 bolt from below. And you could always use that as a secret hidey hole for all your gold. Cheerio.